Beloved child of God, hear this clearly. Heaven is calling your name. You have carried everyone else's burden, wiped everyone else's tears, strengthened others when your own soul was breaking. You have poured and poured until your spirit is running dry. You pray for others to be restored, but you've ignored the quiet cry inside you that whispers, Lord, when is it my turn? God sent this word for you. Stop pouring from an empty cup. You've been faithful, but you've been running on fumes. You've mistaken survival for strength. You've mistaken constant motion for divine purpose. But God says, I never called you to die in the work I gave you. I called you to live in me. The truth is, your strength is sacred. Your energy, your peace, your heart are part of your anointing. And the enemy's strategy has not been to destroy your gift, but to drain your flow. Because if he can exhaust you, he can silence the very voice that carries healing. But hear this prophetic truth. You cannot pour what you do not carry. You cannot release peace if your own heart is in turmoil. You cannot lead with light while your soul sits in shadows. You cannot keep giving from a place that's gone empty. Even Jesus, the Son of God, paused. He withdrew to be refilled. He rested in the Father's presence before returning to the multitudes. And now the Spirit of God says, come away, let me fill you again. You've done enough in your own strength. This is not a message of rebuke. It's a divine rescue. God is reaching for you, not because you failed, but because he loves you too much to let you break in silence. Beloved, the world does not need your exhaustion. It needs your overflow. It needs your healed, rested, revived self. And today, heaven is saying, put the cup back under my hand. Stop pouring while empty. Let me fill you until you overflow again. Chapter 1. When the giver becomes empty. Beloved, the danger of being a giver is that people rarely notice when you're running on empty. They see your light, but not the flicker. They hear your words, but not the silence that follows when you're alone. You've become so accustomed to being strong that even when your soul trembles, you whisper, I'm fine. But heaven sees what others overlook. God sees the heaviness behind your smile, the tears you hide behind your faith, and the exhaustion behind your obedience. You've mastered the art of pouring, but you've forgotten the necessity of refilling. This is what happens when the giver becomes empty. Your compassion turns to fatigue, your purpose feels heavy, and your prayers begin to echo instead of flow. You start doing the right things from a tired place, and soon your gift begins to feel like a burden. But hear this clearly. You were never meant to serve dry. God never asked you to sustain the world with your own strength. He only asked you to stay connected to Him, the source. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. John 15:5. When you disconnect, even slightly, your soul begins to thirst. Beloved, this emptiness is not punishment. It's a divine alarm. Heaven is alerting you. You are giving from what I have not recently replenished. God is not angry with your weariness. He's inviting you into rest. He's saying, come back to me, not to perform, but to breathe. When the giver becomes empty, ministry becomes maintenance, and passion turns into pressure. But when the giver returns to the source, rivers flow again, effortlessly. The same hands that once trembled in exhaustion will soon overflow with strength. Beloved, pause and let God pour. The world needs your fire, but more than that, God wants your wholeness. Don't let your gift cost you your peace. Don't let your calling drain your soul. You can still give, but this time, from overflow, not emptiness. Because when the giver is full again, healing doesn't just flow, it multiplies. Chapter 2. The danger of giving without receiving. Beloved, hear this. When you give without first being filled, you are walking on a path of silent depletion. You have been pouring love, wisdom, and strength into the lives of others while leaving your own cup empty. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every prayer you release without first drinking from the source diminishes the well within you. You think you are strong because you keep giving, but strength that comes from emptiness is fragile. It cracks under pressure. It fades when storms rise. The truth is, you cannot pour from a cup that is dry. Your soul was created to overflow, but only when it is replenished at the fountain of God's presence. Notice the signs: irritability that catches you off guard, patience that wears thin, joy that feels distant, prayer that echoes with emptiness. These are not failures, they are warnings. God is saying, stop giving what I have not yet restored in you. Stop pouring while empty. Come back to me first. Even Jesus withdrew from the multitudes. Even he rested in the Father's presence before serving the world. You, too, must learn this sacred rhythm. Receive before release, fill before flow. Beloved, the world does not need your exhaustion. It needs your overflow. When your cup is full, your giving multiplies. Your words carry life, your hands heal, and your spirit radiates peace. But when you keep pouring from emptiness, your gifts turn heavy, your heart grows weary, and your calling feels like chains. Today, hear the whisper of heaven. Stop pouring from an empty cup. Let me fill you first, so that your overflow becomes unstoppable. Chapter 3. How to refill your cup. Beloved, if your cup is empty, you cannot pour life into others, but God is calling you to a sacred rhythm. Receive before release, fill before flow. Refilling your cup is not selfish, it is obedience. It is how your gifts remain powerful, your heart stays whole, and your spirit continues to radiate light. Start by stepping away from the noise. Withdraw into silence, prayer, and stillness. Let God speak to the part of you that has been overlooked, your soul. Let His presence saturate your heart. When you soak in His love, peace, and strength, your cup begins to rise. Next, guard your boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. Saying no is not rejection. It is protection of the life God has entrusted to you. Every yes that depletes your soul is a theft from your calling. Finally, nurture yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Rest, reflect, meditate. Receive encouragement, wisdom, and joy. When your cup is replenished, you pour from overflow, not emptiness. Your love becomes sustaining, your words become life-giving, and your actions become unstoppable. Remember, even Jesus rested, prayed, and sought the Father's presence. He never poured dry, and neither should you. God whispers today, come away, drink deeply, and pour from a cup that is full. Only then will your overflow change the world. Chapter 4. The Overflow Effect. Beloved, when your cup is full, everything changes. Your words heal, your presence restores, and your touch carries life. Overflow is not just giving, it's impact multiplied, power released, and miracles ignited. The world does not need your exhaustion. It needs your abundant, spirit-filled life. When you stop pouring from emptiness, your relationships deepen, your work thrives, and your soul sings with freedom. Every act of love becomes unstoppable. Jesus never poured dry, and neither should you. When you rest in Him, He fills you to the brim. Your overflow becomes a river, spreading healing, hope, and revival wherever it touches. Today, hear God's voice. Stop pouring from an empty cup. Let me fill you. Then watch my power flow through you beyond what you can imagine. Chapter 5. Practical steps to keep your cup full. Beloved, overflow begins with intentional refilling. You cannot sustain what you do not replenish. Step back, breathe, and let God restore your soul. Guard your time, protect your peace, and say no to what drains you unnecessarily. Fill your cup with prayer, rest, and His word. Surround yourself with people who uplift, not exhaust, you. Celebrate small victories and embrace moments of stillness. They are sacred, refueling stations. Remember, giving from a full cup transforms lives. When you are filled, your love multiplies, your work thrives, and your spirit shines. Today, choose to stop pouring from emptiness. Let God's Spirit refill you and pour from the abundance He has restored. Your overflow is your greatest testimony. Chapter 6. Guarding your cup against drains. Beloved, once your cup is full, vigilance is essential. Not everything that asks for your time, energy, or heart deserves it. Learn to recognize what drains you: people, habits, or situations, and set boundaries with courage and love. Saying no is not selfish, it is sacred. Protect your soul as you would a treasure, because your peace is the soil from which your purpose blooms. When you guard your cup, you honor God, yourself, and those you serve. Fill first, then give. Pause before you commit. Pray before you act. Rest before you run. The world will still need you, but your impact multiplies when you pour from abundance, not depletion. A protected cup overflows steadily. Your influence, your love, your healing touch, these are most powerful when your soul is shielded, full, and aligned with the source. Chapter 7. Overflowing from the source. Beloved, the secret to endless giving is staying connected to the source. When your cup is full with God's presence, love, and peace, your overflow becomes unstoppable. You give without fear of running dry because He replenishes faster than the world consumes. Let every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every prayer spring from abundance, not obligation. The moment you stop depending on your strength and lean on His, your life becomes a river of healing, hope, and light. Remember, you cannot pour what you do not carry. Carry God first. Guard your peace. Rest in His love. Then watch as your overflow transforms lives without costing your soul. Pour intentionally. Pour from fullness. And let your life testify that when God fills the cup, it never empties. It only multiplies. Beloved, hear this and hold it in your spirit. You are not called to exhaust yourself. You are called to overflow. No more giving from emptiness. No more sacrificing your peace for the sake of others. Today declare, I will seek the source first. I will rest. I will allow God to fill me so that my cup may overflow with love, healing, and strength. Let this be your anthem. Your life is sacred, your heart is holy, and your gifts are meant to flow from fullness, not fatigue. As you walk in this truth, the Spirit will renew your strength, restore your passion, and multiply your influence beyond measure. Beloved, rise from exhaustion. Step into restoration. Drink deeply from the well of life, and go forth, overflowing, unstoppable, unbreakable, so that the world receives your gifts, but your soul remains whole. Today, your cup is full. Pour with purpose. Pour from the source. Overflow.